Just wanted to take this time to discuss with you um, life with kidney disease. Let's talk about life with kidney disease. Uh, I was diagnosed with with kidney disease back in May 10th of 2010, and I was diagnosed as FSGS, which is focal. It's a long word for basically scarring of the tissue inside the kidneys. I was on dialysis for 3 years. I was non-compliant, not taking my medication as I was supposed to be, and yeah, it was really a hard time. The heart blood pressure was outrageous. It was just really bad. So anyway, what are the common causes of kidney diseases? There's two types of common causes. There's one is high blood pressure, and the second one is diabetes. And diabetes, what it is a disease in which your body does not make enough insulin, I'm sorry, or cannot use normal amounts of insulin properly. So, and that's what that is. And so, what does diabetes does to your kidneys? About 30% of patients with type 1 diabetes and 10 to 40% of those with type 2 diabetes eventually will suffer from kidney failure. Um, what are the signs of kidney disease in patients with diabetes? Um, the absence of protein in the urine, you have blood in the urine, uh, high blood pressure, your ankles and legs swell. Um, you go to the bathroom more frequently, um, often at night. You have high levels of bun and creatinine, which is toxins in your blood. Um, let's see here, less need for insulin. Um, you have morning sickness, nausea, vomiting, weakness, paleness, and anemia, which is low, the blood count's low. So those are signs of kidney disease. Let's see here. What would happen if my kidneys have been damaged? Well, first of all, your doctor will do certain tests, which is normally they can tell by your blood, the levels in your blood, like the creatinine and bun and phosphorus and protein. They can tell all that by doing simple blood. Blood work. I'm sorry. And then secondly, they can do a CAT scan or yeah, CAT scan, and they can also do a biopsy, which I had all three done. It's common common test that they do. Um, so second, let's go into high blood pressure. Let's see, you may not know that, but more than 72 million people in the United States have high blood pressure. It's silent and deadly. You cannot feel, most of the time, you cannot feel that your blood pressure's high. Um, just how it is. And this is the number two cause of kidney failure. Um, let's see, who's at risk? Anyone can develop high blood pressure, but you can be more at risk if you are 45 years and older, overweight, um, if your family, genetics in your family has high blood pressure, Your dieting, if you don't eat stuff with high salt, it can cause high blood pressure. Smoke, drink alcohol. So those are some of the causes of, of high blood pressure. And how will I know if my blood pressure's high? Well, like I said, normally there's no symptoms, but the only way to be for sure if your blood pressure is high um, is to have it checked. Your doctor, you can go to your doctor and check it, or you can go to a pharmacy. They have those machines there where you can put your arm in and it can check it and check your blood pressure. So those are the common causes of high blood pressure, or I'm sorry, these are the two most common causes for kidney failure. By the way, while I'm looking at this, here's some interesting facts for you guys. Did you know that on an average of 20 people die every day from a lack of available organ donation? That's pretty interesting. I didn't know that until I started researching all this on my website, so I wanted to tell you that. Also, did you know about 5,000 living donations occur each year? 1 in 4 donations is not biologically related. And also, did you know that one deceased donor can save up to 8 lives? Um, that's pretty awesome. So, and also, did you know a healthy person can become a living donor? All you gotta do is go to Johns Hopkins or University of Maryland and be tested, or ask your doctor rather. Go to your doctor. Ask them if you're a good candidate to be put on the list of donation. Um, it really helps people. It really does. So let's get back on topic here. I know I had something about what your kidneys do. Bear with me. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. So, what does your kidneys do? Well, the kidneys, or what are they rather? They are two bean-shaped organs that are located behind your middle back here, and they are part of the back area, and they play they're playing a key importance to many parts of everyday functions in your life. Um, for instance, the functions include waste extraction. Like I said, they take like the foods and stuff that you put in your body, or the liquids that you put in. Your kidneys will filter that out through your blood. Um, they also control your water level balance in your body, so it keeps you from getting what you call um, can't think of the word, but basically what happens is your legs and ankles will swell up, and that's not a good thing. But it keeps your levels, your fluid levels equal in your blood, in your body. So that's what one of them does, or some of the function rather. Other function is red blood cell regulation. It keeps basically what that means is it keeps your body. It tells your body to produce blood, red blood cells, which is a hormone that let me read it to you. So it's trying to explain it to you. Uh, when the kidneys don't get enough oxygen, they send out a distress call in the form of a hormone that stimulates the bone marrow to produce more oxygen carrying red blood cells. I'm sorry, I told you the wrong information. So that's what that does. Asset regulation. As cells, let's see here. Okay, foods we eat can either increase the acid in our bodies. If the body is to function properly, it needs to keep a healthy balance of those chemicals. The kidneys do that too. So I'm as you guys probably know, I'm reading from my website here. So that's some of the functions that they do. There's a lot more that they do. And let's go and talk about something else here. Okay, let's move on to what happens if your kidneys fail. Well, if they fail, one thing is you will have to be put on dialysis, and which is a treatment that filters out the waste products in your blood, and they keep track of that by simple blood tests to see what's going on with your body function. Also, secondly, there's a lot to kidney disease, and you have to keep a very good close eye on it because it's a deadly disease. If not, so I have a feeling that I'm going to be getting more viewers here, so I'm going to keep talking. Let's talk about dialysis. What is dialysis? What is a kidney dialysis? Well, kidney dialysis is like a support treatment that uses a machine to filter harmful wastes, salts, and excess fluids from your body. And this restores the blood to a normal, healthy balance, which, as I was saying, that's what your kidney does. Dialysis replaces many of the kidney's important functions. Notice that's in many. It can't replace all. There's different types of dialysis. There's what you call hemodialysis, which is basically it's a machine that really probably you can't see this, but it's a machine that gets hooked up to your port in your arm, and that port is what is it connects your main artery to your vein, and it's like a loop. It's like a loop, and they call that a graft or a fistula. Rather, that's a fistula. There's two different types of well, there's different types of hookups for dialysis. There's a fistula, there's a graft, and there's one that goes right in your neck. I can't think of the name of it, but the graft is a tube that goes in your arm that makes that loop that I was telling you about, and it connects a vein, or connects an artery to a vein, and it makes a loop. So your blood goes around that loop, so it circulates throughout your body, and that's where you are. Now a fistula, it actually uses your vein, your vein and artery, and they tie that together, and that creates that loop that I was telling you about. Now, let's move on to the different types of dialysis. There's hemodialysis, which is blood is filtered using dialyser, which is a filter that I wish I could show you guys. Basically, it's a filter like little straws. Think of little straws inside a plastic tube. and your blood goes through those straws, and there's liquid around those straws, and that liquid takes out the poisons and the fluids and stuff out of your blood, but it never touches your blood, and that's pretty cool. So that's what Daliser looks like, and then the machine. Let's just describe what goes on with the hemodialysis. During hemodialysis, you will be hooked up to a machine that takes over the kidney's jobs of filtering blood. Before the first session, the doctor will need to create an entrance into one of the blood vessels. This is what I'm telling you about, so your body can be connected to the filtering machine. This is called a vascular access. It is a place on your body where blood can be removed and then returned. And then I'm just reading off my little cheat sheet here that I got, which I was describing to you. It's connecting an artery to a vein to create a larger blood vessel area called a fistula. Joining grafting an artery and vein together using a soft plastic tube. That's what I was telling you about. That's a little confusing. It's a graft. That's a graft. So, listen, I gotta fix some issues up here. I'm trying to put this together for you guys, but it's not coming out too well. During hemodialysis session, your blood flows a little bit at a time through a special filter, which I'll tell you about. Inside the machine, the filter removes waste and extra fluids from your body, but retains the proper balance of minerals such as potassium and sodium. Once the blood is cleaned, it is returned to the body. Patients often need dialysis treatment several times a week. So, and then how long each hemodialysis session lasts depends on how well your kidneys work, how much fluid you gain since your last dialysis treatment session, how much waste has gathered in your blood since your last dialysis session, your weight, the type of hemodialysis machine being used. So that's the different types of session, how long you'll be on hemodialysis. Okay, so let's go on to the next treatment, which is peritoneal dialysis, which is PD. PD is the most common choice for home treatment. It's better for you. The machine that I was telling to you or describing just a second ago, it's a lot harder on your body and a lot harder on your heart. PD is more it's more relaxing, but what it uses is there's a tube that goes into your stomach lining, and the stomach lining acts as the filter, and it takes out the toxins and liquids and minerals that don't need to be in there. And it does it by the dialysate. It's a clear liquid that is used to extract the waste products from your kidneys. So that's what PD does. I'm not going to go in real detail for that. It's getting kind of late on here. So hopefully somebody will see this and this will help somebody out. So let's talk about the next thing. Let's talk about the nutrition. Now, nutrition is very, very, very critical to your treatment also. The reason being is because the proper treatment or nutrition can make your sustain life better. If you want more information, you can go to my website, which is www.kdiseases.com.